What's good, everybody? It's your boy Big Baby here, man. We got a new show called Laker Facts with me, Big Baby, and Angry Lakers fan, man. How you doing, man? Welcome to the new show, man. Glad you're part of the new show, man. Looking forward to this journey that we're gonna be on, man.
All right, before I say anything, you already know. Shout out to the mob, man. It's gonna be a great journey, man. I look forward to talking about whatever we want to talk about as far as the Lakers go, and I guess whatever else you have on the agenda for that day. We can talk about anything. It don't matter to me.
Yeah, for sure, man. Let's get it started, man. What can the Lakers do to get themselves out of this mess this season? I'll go first, man. Uh, put Westbrook to the bench. Bring him in the second unit, brings that spark, the energy. And when AD gets back, play him at power forward. He even said when he first came to LA, he doesn't like to play center, and you play him at center. I feel like that's why he's injured all the time. And I just feel like change it up. Frank Vogel keeps doing the same thing. Lineups. He doesn't like to put Malik Monk in. He puts Trevor Ariza in. You put Malik Monk in. Rotate. I'm tired of the coach doing these things, man. It's making me frustrated. It's like, why are you going to start Trevor Ariza over Malik Monk? Makes no sense to me. If the Lakers can do that, they can possibly fight themselves out of this. You know what I mean? There's only like 22 games left, man. It's unfortunate that we went through, we're going through right now this season, man. Last night, man, was a pathetic performance by the Lakers on all parties. And there's actually a video of the fans talking shit to LeBron, and LeBron was talking shit back. And also Trevor Ariza. So that's letting me know is they're frustrated. The fans are frustrated. So it's not like bad feelings. It's just the Lakers need to play better, and the fans are tired of Lakers not playing better. The Lakers are playing soft like Charmin in this motherfucker. It's just so frustrating. We put this team together to win the championship. We didn't make put this team together to be out in the playoffs or be out in the play we're in. We're trying to win a championship, but no, we're pretenders at this point. What is your thoughts, angry Lakers fan?
Well, I want to say this. I mean, I think everybody should be held accountable. I think
Mm-hmm.
Jeannie, um, when she walked out on that game,
Mm-hmm.
it automatically clicked in my head like, okay, it's about to be some changes, whether it's immediately or in the off season. It's about to
Mm-hmm.
be some changes. Um, but me personally, I think she gonna get rid of the coach before she come down on Rob Pelinka. Only because Rob Pelinka was so close to Kobe, and you know how she felt about Kobe.
Yeah,
Um,
most definitely.
I think Frank Vogel is as good as gone this year. I really hope we make some minor tweaks, if not major tweaks to this team because it's not working.
Mm-hmm.
It's really not working. I don't think I don't think the best offensive minded coach can fix this team. Don't, it's like everybody is. It seems like everybody's just playing for self. There's no team ball happening.
Yeah.
Like you got two players in the starting lineup that's supposed to be playmakers, which is Russell Westbrook and LeBron James. There's hardly ever no ball movement. LeBron dribbling the ball down to like 5, 6 seconds, and then he just hoisting a 3 point shot. I mean, get people in, and it's not just him. Everybody needs to rotate, needs to cut to the basket, do something. Quit just standing around. I used to hate that. I used to hate that when Kobe was the Laker. Kobe have the ball and everybody just get out the way. I mean, just look, man, look. It's a team sport. You can't have just one person taking over the game. Unless the play is drawn up for that one person, look, you got to do your part. You got to do
Mm-hmm.
your part. And the coach, if not instilling none of that in any of his team, look, the Pacers in Orlando fired Frank Vogel for a reason. Okay. And from us being Lakers fans and seeing his flaws, up close and personal, I can see why. This dude is very, very clueless. He don't know what the hell he's doing. He be on the bench just looking all like, what's his thing? Up crossing his arms.
Yeah, like this.
Yeah, walking up and down, and you know, I mean, have some passion, some heart, something. Like, only time I see him yell is when he's on occasional throwing the flag and challenging, and that's stuff. You need to yell at your team when you in a huddle.
Yep.
Do something. All them turnovers yesterday, being down by 30 to New Orleans,
Yeah.
a team that's in 11th place.
Man, not surprising. And I saw a video of Frank Vogel saying, "Come on, guys, act like you're down 15." I saw that video. I'm like, down 15. I look at the score. It was the score. We're down 30. How you gonna say going act? Act down 15. A lot of the players just put their head down, and and like I feel like I agree with you, Gene Bus going fire Frank Vogel before Rob because Rob Pelinka, Kobe have that connection, and Gene Bus loves Kobe. So I get it. Frank Vogel needs to get up out of here, and I feel like Frank Vogel's scared to hold these players accountable, just like if we put Greg Popovich on the coach of the Lakers, he would sit LeBron down if he ain't playing. He'll cuss Russell Westbrook out. He even did that with Manu Ginobili, Tim Duncan. We need a coach like that. We need a coach like a Tyronn Lue or Mark Jack. We need a coach that's not afraid of these players. But Frank Vogel is scared of these players. You never see him getting in the coach's face, yell at players. He just goes like this. Here we go, and then puts his arms like this. He used to do that. Mike D'Antoni. It's like you're the coach for a reason. Hold these players accountable. Quit babying these players. And a lot of people a lot of Laker fans baby Frank Vogel. Oh, it's not his fault. I'll keep it real. Like my boy Vince says it's not his fault. Vince, you're wrong. It is his fault. If it wasn't his fault, we'd be winning. If it was working, we'd be winning. Everybody's like, give it time, give it time, give it time. We've been saying that since what? The first time AD went down to Minnesota? It's like I'm tired of people saying it's gonna take time. It's not. It's over with. I still love this team. I'm still gonna watch. And am I gonna be surprised if we get blown out tomorrow? No. Am I gonna be surprised if we don't even make the play-in? No. And I guess believe if we do not make the playoffs, Genie Bus is gonna not make moves. We're gonna tweak the roster. But for me, I just feel like we don't deserve to make the playoffs, and maybe this can humble us. We need something that can humble us and say, you know what? We took the season for granted. Remember how when we got Westbrook, LeBron, AD, they didn't even take preseason seriously. I didn't either, and we should have took the preseason seriously and the off season seriously. We should have had a players only camp. You know what I mean? Get the chemistry right there. You know what I mean? It just seems like Lakers just said, "Here you go, put it together." And then that's the thing that pissed me off about LeBron right now. He gonna say get these players and then cries about being down. Oh, Trey Westbrook, give me more help. You know what? Lakers said, you know what? You got yourself into this. You asked us to get these players. Don't try to run from it. Handle it. That's where I get the memo from Rob Pelinka at the deadline. That's where I get the sense from.
And as you can see, everything that's been going on, since the trade deadline with LeBron James, there's no doubt that he pulled this with every team he's been on.
Yeah.
But he's being humbled right now because he realizes now that Lakers are not that team to be pushed over.
Yep.
You're not about to take over the Lakers franchise. I mean, like you did with Cleveland, a team that haven't won a championship since you and Kyrie helped them get it.
Yeah.
So of course they're gonna listen to everything you say. Miami always been respectable. Always been respectable. They always, been a formidable team over the years. But, Pat Riley sort of gave you the keys or whatever, I guess. So you had your way over there. But this is the Lakers. Okay. We're a team that won championships with you, before you, and going to win championships after you. Okay. He know that damn apology that what was that, an apology that Clutch Sports said, or it came out and said that it wasn't true or whatever. They basically they was just waving the white flag, bro. Cause they know everything they did was true. Trying to trade players, try to trade Westbrook. Everything they did was true. They just know they can't get away with it with the Lakers. So they try to make it seem like, oh, it didn't happen. Oh, it didn't happen. Mm-hmm. Come on, man. Yeah, this is we don't need this. And you can see all this drama that's going on with him and his camp is trickling down to the rest of the players.
Yep.
So I could see that they probably don't even want to play with him anymore. I look at this, man. Look, I'm gonna say this: if LeBron James is on the team next year, I guarantee you, about 80% of the guys won't be. Because they don't want to play with him.
Yep.
They don't want to play with him.
Yeah, I agree. Not gonna be surprised if Dwight leaves. I'm not gonna be surprised if Malik Monk leaves, even though he says he wants to be Laker, but we're not be surprised if Malik Monk leaves, man. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if we retool this roster. But we have a couple questions that I wrote down. Question 2 would be, what do you think the Lakers should do? Trade LeBron and AD? rebuild the team from scratch or build around AD and LeBron?
At this point, we're going to get what we're going to get as far as AD and LeBron. We're going to be keep getting we're going to keep getting an AD that plays maybe 35 to 40 games a season, and we're going to get a LeBron that's going to cause controversy. We don't need that. We don't
Yeah,
need that. We're so close to free agency where we're going to have you know some cap room. So we need to start rebuilding now. We can get a good haul for them this off season. So when we have the free agency next season, we can lure a star or two or some great role players with that cap room to put around the team that we got. And if you put a great coach in there, maybe like a give Phil Handy a try, let him pick his own coaching staff. Take all them other people off the bench. Just elevate Phil Handy the head coach. Let him pick his own coaching staff and move forward. We don't need LeBron James or AD going into next season. We don't. We don't.
yeah,
It's gonna keep being the same shit.
yeah. 100% agree with you on that one. If we do trade LeBron, there'll be teams out like the Knicks probably would. Probably the Knicks. You got the Clippers. Probably would be interested in LeBron. Shit, give us Kawhi for LeBron. I'll take that any day of the week. You know, right
What
now.
was you saying? And what was you saying last night about the Knicks saying if you trade LeBron to the Knicks,
Oh
you'll
yeah,
get
the Knicks. The Knicks.
Julius Randle and some picks or something like that?
Yeah, Julius Randle. I would ask for RJ Barrett. I would ask for RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and multiple first round picks. Knicks probably would do something like that because if you got LeBron in New York, let's say Bronny James gets drafted by the Knicks, LeBron will go there. You know, he likes the East Coast. He should go over there. You know, and
Mm-hmm.
also too, I feel like there should be another team that has assets. He mentioned them. Sam Presti wants to trade him to Oklahoma City for some draft picks, good role players. I would take some draft picks, a couple of good role young talent for LeBron. You know what I mean? Because I know LeBron says he's going to be Laker for foreseeable future, but didn't he say that in Cleveland and Miami?
He
And look
really
what happened.
did.
He kept leaving after leaving after leaving. You know, like I'm tired of LeBron as a Laker. Thank you for the championship. Thank you for coming to LA. Thank you for everything you did for Lakers in the community. But it's time for you to go. It's time for AD to go. Package, rebuild, get draft picks, and start fresh. Start fresh if we have to go and rebuild for a couple of years, like we did with Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball. Kuzma. It is what it is. But I know Lakers don't stay and rebuild too long. They don't. They probably have their eyes on somebody in free agency in a couple of years we don't know about. And if we other thing too, if we do keep AD and LeBron, I would do everything in my power to get like a Bradley Beal. We need shooters around LeBron. And I know Dame. I know Dame. I always say Dame, but I just feel like I don't know. It might be like a Westbrook thing. Egos and LeBron. You know how we got Westbrook and there's like egos in the way. For some reason, I feel like if Dame was a Laker, yeah, I just feel like LeBron would get upset about it. And I don't know, man. It's just time to set the tone and set the tone of the organization. Set an example. If you have to trade LeBron, it is what it is. Sorry about that. If you hear the fire trucks,
Oh
um,
no, man, it don't matter.
yeah, but yeah, man. Like, how do you like? What team would you trade LeBron to if you had the opportunity to trade LeBron or Anthony Davis?
Well, first and foremost, if I put my GM hat on,
Hmm.
um, I would trade LeBron and Anthony Davis to the team with the best offer. That's going to
Yeah,
benefit the team in the
yeah,
long run. Um, I mean, I will be respectable and ask them to write down three destinations they would like to go to,
hmm,
and I will work around those teams. But if somebody else give me a better offer than those teams, I'm just going to ship them. I mean, like, cause like we said before, we hold the power. None of them have no trade clauses. They can't block a trade.
yeah. I thought LeBron had a no trade clause.
Nah, he don't have a no trade clause. Him or AD.
Yeah, Jesus. And also too, there's comments that Westbrook that asked about him getting booed or the Lakers getting booed. He's saying he ain't worried about that. He has his wife to go home to and his kids. He's like people that were booing, they could take their ass home. with that. Not me. I'm not taking it home. I've got a family to go home to. So I heard that. I'm like, that. I don't know, man. I want to get your thoughts on it. What do you think about that?
Westbrook, a lot of his comments over this past season has not been smart ones. Um, if he think him getting booed last night after these comments, he's going to get booed every time he touched the ball, most likely.
Yeah.
You know, this is not a team or a fan base to play around with. I mean, we're used to seeing effort, even when we had them 16 win seasons. We had the garbage players out there. At least trying. We got three superstars that are not even trying.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. You can't. I'm gonna say this about Westbrook.
Hmm.
Westbrook knows deep down inside, just like we all know as fans, he's not going to get this type of money ever again in the NBA.
Yeah.
So he's going to pick up that option this year. Whether he thinks the fans boo him or not, he gonna pick up that option. Um, I'm afraid we might be stuck with him, and it's gonna be all bad. But if we trade AD and LeBron, or at least just trade AD and get some decent players that can play around his play style, maybe it might work. Maybe he might unlock that Oklahoma City, Westbrook, you know, assuming that Frank Vogel's not there. Um, I don't know, man. But Westbrook, he's digging himself into a hole. He's digging himself because other teams are looking at this too. Once he reach free agency, nobody's going to deal with that. I
Hmm.
mean, they seen his low lights all year too, along with his attitude. Nobody gonna want to
Yeah.
deal with that. He gonna get the Dennis Schroeder treatment after his contract is up.
They're not low lights. They're brick lights.
Right.
Yeah. Everybody in the comments, man, put brick lights for Russell Westbrook in the comments, man. Yeah, man, it's just unfortunate that we had because when the Lakers got Westbrook, I was ecstatic, excited, like hell yeah, we're going championship, we're gonna get back, we're gonna pass Boston. And then once I heard like those comments from him saying, if I don't win a championship, it doesn't matter or something like that, that pissed me off. Like, why would you say that? It's like he just basically said he doesn't care if he wins a championship or not. These players put their hard blood, sweat, and tears into this, and you want to say that, like, and also too, what changed the season for us, man. I think it was like the third game in the season, right, when AD and Dwight got into it. I think it was the third game of the season. That kind of set the tempo, and then the LeBron thing in Detroit when he was got into a fight with that one dude from Detroit and all that, and it's just I feel like it's just time for Lakers to wave the white flag and move on from the season and take a break from everybody and have everybody have space for the offseason and regroup. That's what I would do if I was a Lakers owner in front office. I would say, you know what, man. I said on my show yesterday. I would go to AD and like, no, man, you're done for the season. I don't care what you say. I run this team. This is my organization. You're sitting out. LeBron, sit out. Westbrook, sit out. That's what I would do. I would literally set the tempo. Let the Lakers just play it out without LeBron, AD, and Westbrook. And how like for the Lakers, man, in general, man, it's just time for us to just say let the season go without the big three. What are your thoughts?
I agree 100% with you. I mean, there's no point. I mean, look, we're not gonna like at the rate we're going, we're not even gonna make the play in. So, um, I really don't mind as much as it hurts to say, but I really don't mind waving the white flag. Um, shut. I mean, you see the Knicks did it with Kemba Walker. Shut LeBron, shut AD, shut Westbrook down for the rest of the season. Let the younger guys get some experience so they can. Because you never know. These young guys can pan out. A lot of them are still on contract for like at least the next year or so. So we
Yeah,
got to see what we have.
yeah,
Just let Stanley Johnson, HBK, Malik Monk. Let them all get more minutes. Even if you got to go down to the G League and give Mac McClung, let him get minutes.
yeah,
We don't need our superstars out there no more. With them out there, we're losing by 30. So what's the point?
Yeah, it's just crazy, man. Yeah, man. Get the young talent some playing time. Austin Reeves, man, he's good talent to bring him back. Bring Malik Monk back, man. But it's unfortunate, man. You know, this is another good question for you, your Lakers fan. Who do you
Hmm.
think should be held accountable for this mess in Los Angeles?
That is a good question because I got a lot of names in my head. Um, I will put blame on everybody from Rob Palinka down.
Okay.
I'm not gonna blame Jeannie too
Mm-hmm.
much because she don't she I mean even though she's the majority owner or whatever, she's still she's just there. She's the poster child for the Lakers. She's the queen. She ain't doing nothing right now. Um, Rob Palinka on down, I will blame everybody because even though you claimed you had Buddy Hield on the table before Russell Westbrook, you're the GM.
Yeah.
You're the GM. At the end of the day, the players play basketball. You set up the team.
Yep.
Now I could see, you giving them, suggestions because they're the superstars or they're the leaders. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you can't let them do your job for you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why Rob Pelinka gets the blame. Even back then with him just not running it back with the championship team. And also, I think it was him. I don't want to say it was Genie. I want to say it was him that when we was in our coaching search, he was only going to sign. What was that? He was only going to sign Ty Lue for 3 years and
Yeah.
pick his coaching staff for him. I think that was Rob.
Yeah. It was.
So that's the most dumbest thing you could tell a coach. A head coach is going to pick his own staff. You don't pick his staff for him. That no, it's not going to work. So Rob Pelinka gets the blame trickling down from when we didn't run it back or when we didn't get the right coach. And LeBron James and AD get the blame for pushing for Russell Westbrook. Even though, like you said, I was also excited because in the back of my mind, I had OKC Westbrook. How naive of me. But they get the blame. They could have had, another shooter out there that can stretch the floor. We have enough players that can handle the ball. If LeBron not playing point, Malik Monk is a decent ball handler. THT is coming around to being a decent ball handler. You didn't have to get rid of Rondo, you
Yeah.
know. So I don't know, man. I think we would have done better if we would have had Buddy Hield and kept Rondo. We would have been like at least in like the seventh seed right now.
Yeah. Most definitely. And I know West or LeBron AD um, went to Rob Lincoln to go get Westbrook. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate, man. Rob Lincoln just said, "You know what? Deal's done. Sorry. Have a good day." Because if we had Buddy Hield, because I know we're trying to get Buddy Hield, DeMar DeRozan, Kyle Lowry. If we had that team with AD and LeBron, that'd be that'd be a really good team. Kyle Lowry's veteran, he's champion, plays toughness. He'll hold players accountable. He'll yell at you if you're not doing what you're supposed to do. DeMar DeRozan's playing at the highest level right now. Buddy Hield's playing tremendous in Indiana. So it's like if we had those players right now, would be probably the second seed in the West, probably or first. And I just feel like Rob Pelinka needs to go into this offseason and say, you know what, made a bad decisions, fucked up, and it's time to regroup and learn from it and get better. That's all you can really do. Learn from your mistakes. Learn from what can you do better next time. You know what I mean? Like let's say Lakers have a deal on the table for another shooter, and LeBron comes in and says, "Go get somebody else." Rob Pelinka should say, "No, the deal's done and signed off. I'm gonna do what's best for the franchise. Thank you for your opinion, but I'm gonna go with this direction." You know what I mean? Because I just feel like that deal with Buddy Hield was done. Kuzma even said it was done. Even Montrezl Harrell said it was done. So it's like Kuzma could have been Sacramento right now. We could have been Buddy Hield. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. We're going through growing pains as a team right now. And everything happens for a reason. You know what I mean? And that's just crazy, too. Um, that all of a sudden, what I'm looking at is I was watching a video of Draymond Green and Damian Lillard, right? He was talking about he wants to play with a superstar. The last time he played with an all star was LaMarcus Aldridge, but he doesn't want to leave Portland. No, he wants to go to Portland. He needs to put his ego to the side and say, you know what, get me out of Portland and come to LA. Because if Dame came to LA, I feel like that's the thing. Dame for Anthony Davis. Would you do that trade?
I would do that trade 100 times out of 100. Um, we don't. It's not like we play centers or big men anyway.
Yeah,
So what's the point? I mean, this is what I think with Damian Lillard. Um, it's more to it than him being loyal. I think he wants to have a comfortable career. I don't think he want any pressure mounted on him. There's no pressure to win a championship in Portland.
yeah,
You know, just making it to the playoffs and the fans are good. If he comes to the Lakers, he know that's going to be a mountain of pressure on him, and he don't want that. He don't want that. Cause look, always had in my mind, you're not a you. I don't. I'm not going to consider you a superstar or a mega star unless you can win a championship on a big stage, like somewhere in New York or you
yeah,
know, being in the Lakers uniform. Um, or if you're somebody like Giannis, you carry a small market team to the championship and dominate. Okay, yeah, I give you that. But a lot of these players don't want the pressure. A lot of these players don't want the pressure, and Dame is using his loyalty as an excuse.
yeah,
That's what it is. He don't want no pressure. He know if he comes to the Lakers, he's gonna shrink up. So
yeah, yeah, man. But I agree with 100%, man. Like Dame with LeBron would be good. A bunch of shooters and defensive minded players, man. But I know you 100% agree with you. You know, he's making that loyal thing as an excuse. You know, he's making an excuse because I feel like we had a deal, or we were probably talking to Portland last year, and then once we didn't get that done, that's when Dame says he wants to stay now. You know, I feel like the Lakers. Remember how LeBron and Dame were talking behind the scenes, and they were trying to figure out how it's going to work. I feel like even said himself, it's entertaining. It would be entertaining to go to the Lakers, you know. But just right now, I don't feel like it. You know, he said something along the line of him going to the Lakers would be cool to team up with LeBron, AD, but just didn't feel like was the right time right now. And all of a sudden, he's injured, and the Lakers are not playing good. The Lakers gotta go try one more time and get Damian Lillard. You know, trade everybody if you have to. I don't know, man. I just want another superstar with LeBron because I feel like AD's experiment's not going to be working out. And you even said it too throughout the whole year. AD looks like he doesn't want to be here anymore.
he don't. He don't. Look like a lot of them checked out. I mean, you see, you look. Ever since after the All Star break,
Yeah,
LeBron been looking disinterested. But you see,
yeah,
he was having fun in Cleveland, right?
yeah.
He
Hitting
was
game
having
winners.
fun. Yeah, he was having fun in Cleveland. So let that marinate. He misses it over there.
All right, we'll trade him back to Cleveland for Jared Allen and Darius Garland.
Shit, I heard Cleveland fans say they don't even want LeBron James back.
Damn. If you,
But
but we got one more question, man, before we get up out of here, man. True or false? Will the Lakers miss the playoffs?
oh, that's true, man. We gonna miss the playoffs, man. We might as well just like we said earlier, man. Just wave the white flag, sit all the stars down, and let everybody else play. I don't care if you start Malik Monk at center. Just let everybody else play.
Man,
Just go.
yeah, I agree. We're not making the playoffs or even the playing tournament, man. It's writing on the wall. LeBron looks checked out. You know, Russell Westbrook doesn't care. You know, it just seems like this team just said, you know what, we're done. I'm done with this team. You know, but when I went to the Lakers game versus Sacramento, we looked like we're playing good, talking on defense, holding each other accountable. But for whatever reason, after kind of that game kind of went downhill. You know, we're like, what is it, 3-7 in the last 10 games.
He
You
got
already
them.
know the vibes, man.
You
Appreciate
already
you
know.
coming on, man. Peace out. One love. Go Luckers, baby. Peace.